It's official. LeBron James is taking his talents to the Dallas Mavericks, and honestly, nobody should be shocked.
Plus, I'm told that they would only be interested in LeBron in a buyout situation.
Because there is a deal to be made, though.
Dallas has been dropping hints for months, and now the buyout whispers have turned into reality. But here's the twist. The family factor is the real game changer.
And obviously, it's a lot of emotion that goes in when you give so much to a franchise and you sacrifice for a franchise.
Bronny James is still on the Lakers roster, which makes this more than just a business move. Imagine LeBron suiting up for Dallas while his son stays in LA. That's not just strategy, that's a father-son saga unfolding in real time. Insiders even revealed that Bronny's name was being floated in possible deals, proving this whole situation is way more personal than your average NBA trade.
Son's on the Lakers.
Yeah, right.
So he's going to go get a trade away from his son?
Well, wouldn't you just put Bronny in the trade?
Yeah, why not include Bronny in the trade?
It's going to be such an easy trade to figure out LeBron at 52.6, and let's throw in an extra contract there, too.
And let's not forget, LeBron's image took a hit this past season. The Lakers were bounced out of the playoffs in the first round with no titles, no MVPs, no big wins. That early exit wasn't just embarrassing, it was a harsh reminder that even the king can't carry a broken squad by himself.
LeBron, not every day you get to pick your own teammates. And what's the relationship like between you guys?
It's the first time for us being teammates, so.
Now let's talk money, because this deal isn't just about basketball, it's about financial gymnastics. LeBron's $52.6 million contract is a monster. Any team trying to make it work would need to pull off serious cap tricks, cutting deals, moving pieces, and sacrificing depth just to land them. This isn't checkers. It's NBA chess at the highest level. And yet, LeBron at 40 is still putting up numbers that make younger players jealous. 24.4 points, nearly 9 assists, and 8 boards per game across 70 matchups. 22 seasons in, and he's still proving Father Time has nothing on him. But even with his greatness, the Lakers still crumbled, falling to the Timberwolves in April 2025. That's why the king is hunting for a new throne. Dallas offers what LA can't: youth, championship DNA, and a roster that actually makes sense. Pair LeBron's IQ with Luka's firepower, and you've got a storm brewing in the West that could dominate for years. But let's not act like this move comes without heat. Every decision LeBron makes is under a microscope, and this Dallas rumor has already blown up online. Fans are dissecting every trade scenario, every whisper, every ESPN leak. Names like Klay Thompson, PJ Washington, and Daniel Gafford are flying around in possible deals, and social media is eating it up. Of course, Dallas isn't the only option. Cleveland, the emotional homecoming, still tugs at his legacy, but the Cavs are drowning in cap trouble, sitting $23 million over the second apron. To bring LeBron back, they'd have to gut the roster. Guys like Jared Allen, Darius Garland, or even Donovan Mitchell could be casualties. Then there's Golden State. Imagine LeBron joining Steph Curry and Draymond Green after years of battles. The Warriors could dangle names like Jimmy Butler or Buddy Hield, but with luxury tax hell looming, the math gets ugly fast. The truth? This saga isn't about where LeBron could go. It's about where he wants to write the final chapter of his career. Dallas may just be the stage he's been waiting for. ESPN's Tim McMahon hasn't held back. He flat out blasted the idea of LeBron to Dallas, calling it senseless for both sides. He argued the Mavericks would need to gut their roster, losing 3 or 4 key rotation players just to gamble on what he calls a ring-chasing retirement tour. That criticism hit hard because it exposed the elephant in the room. Dallas may not want to sacrifice depth for a 40-year-old star, no matter how legendary. Reports add another twist. Dallas only wants LeBron in a buyout, not a trade. Translation: the Lakers would have to cut him loose for free, eating his massive contract and getting nothing back. For a player still bringing huge value, that sounds almost impossible, which is why this scenario feels more like NBA fantasy than reality. Still, the drama doesn't stop. Social media has gone wild, pumping out unverified trade requests, linking LeBron to teams like the 76ers and Timberwolves. None of it backed by real sources. But one viral tweet racked up nearly 300,000 views. Proof that in today's digital world, gossip travels faster than facts. And then there's the Knicks, always lurking in superstar rumors. Speculative deals floated names like Karl Anthony Towns, or even mix and match packages with OG Anunoby, Josh Hart, and Mikal Bridges. But let's be real. Towns alone is owed $110 million in 2 years. Add in all the contract extensions clogging New York's books, and the numbers turn into a straight-up salary cap nightmare. But the real buzz, the part that makes this story electric, is the possibility of LeBron linking up with Anthony Davis and Kyrie Irving in Dallas. Forget numbers for a second. This is about history, chemistry, and unfinished business. LeBron and Kyrie's relationship is the stuff of NBA legend. Mentor and student, brothers and rivals all rolled into one. Together, they pulled off one of the most shocking comebacks in finals history. Apart, they've clashed, grown, and even thrown shade at times. Yet despite the drama, Kyrie has repeatedly praised LeBron's leadership and basketball genius, proving there's still deep respect there.
People want to see that man fail every minute of the day. Me learning from him helped accelerate my understanding of the game that was, business that was, because I was watching him deal with it in front of the camera, off the camera, being LeBron James. That comes with its own responsibility. Not only was he teaching me off the court, but on the court, this man is a...
Now imagine that history colliding with Anthony Davis, the co-star who helped LeBron bring a title back to LA in the bubble. A reunion of those three in Dallas wouldn't just be basketball, it would be a storyline bigger than the game itself. LeBron's leadership style isn't loud, it's strategic, and that's exactly what Dallas would need. Bringing together multiple superstars takes more than talent. It takes emotional intelligence, trust, and someone who can manage egos while keeping the focus on winning. His bond with Kyrie is proof of that. Back in Cleveland, their 2015 to 2016 chemistry wasn't just about skill. It was about respect and a shared obsession with victory. Kyrie himself admitted, "LeBron helped accelerate my understanding of the game, highlighting the mentorship that made them nearly unstoppable." That kind of connection could be priceless if they reunite in Dallas. LeBron has also been brutally honest about how draining playoff basketball really is. The endless grind of chasing championships takes a physical and mental toll that only tight-knit teammates can survive. That's why trust matters.
We start by talking about a time or a series where you felt was exhausting.
It was exhausting, wow.
Mentally or physically challenging or exhausting.
Knowing your partner will be in the right spot, ready to pick you up when the pressure gets unbearable. The 2016 finals proved it all. LeBron and Kyrie carried Cleveland to its first ever championship in what many call the most improbable comeback in sports history. That win wasn't just about rings. It was about redemption, belief, and rewriting destiny when everyone counted them out. But Dallas has another ace up its sleeve, Anthony Davis. His shocking trade to the Mavericks in February 2025 stunned the entire league. The deal flipped the NBA on its head. Davis to Dallas, Luka Doncic shipped to the Lakers. Analysts called it one of the most unexpected trades in American sports history, and it instantly opened the door for LeBron to follow.
But I think one that comes to mind would be obviously 2012 Eastern Conference Finals versus Boston. I was in Miami, and obviously the Boston had their big three, and I always say the big four because Rondo was so damn good as well.
Now imagine it, LeBron, Kyrie, and AD together again in Dallas. That's not just a roster, that's a three-headed monster ready to shake the league to its core. They're gonna change. That's how LeBron once described the pressure of being the head of the snake, carrying the weight of every headline, every attack, every ounce of expectation. That unique pressure is something both Kyrie and Anthony Davis know too well.
But yeah, it just takes so much out of you mentally.
Yeah. You being the head of the snake too, they're gonna throw everything at you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Each of them has faced the brutal spotlight of being the guy. Reuniting would mean sharing that burden together instead of shouldering it alone. LeBron's bond with Davis was already proven in LA. Their 2020 championship wasn't just another banner, it was a historic victory tied to one of the most emotional seasons in Lakers history. That partnership worked because AD brought something rare, unstoppable size, freakish athleticism, and silky skill all in one package.
Players like Najee Marshall was getting in the paint and getting some work done for Dallas. So if they can clean that up a little bit, they feel like the rest of the game plan was working out well. And they did.
Protecting the rim, stretching the floor, bullying mismatches, Davis gave LeBron the perfect partner in crime. Now picture it, LeBron, Kyrie, and AD in Dallas. Fans aren't just imagining, it's the trio every analyst is whispering about. On paper, it's a terrifying fit. LeBron's vision and leadership, Kyrie's deadly handles and clutch scoring, and Davis's rim protection and versatility. Together, they could control both ends of the floor in a way few teams in history ever have. And LeBron isn't just playing checkers, he's playing chess. His evolution into more of a floor general means he's now the ultimate facilitator. He still scores at an elite level, but his ability to unlock teammates' strengths makes him the perfect engine for Kyrie and AD. When teams try to throw defensive schemes at him, LeBron has the basketball IQ to read, react, and tear it apart. And that knowledge would guide his teammates through the storms of playoff basketball. But here's the catch. Time is running out. LeBron is staring down the final chapter of his career, and the window for this reunion is closing fast. The urgency adds another layer of drama, because if it doesn't happen now, it may never happen at all. And then there's the mountain no one can ignore, the money. LeBron's $52.6 million contract for the 2025 to 2026 season is a financial labyrinth that Dallas would have to solve. This isn't just can we pay him? It's luxury tax penalties, cap rules, and roster sacrifices that could gut the team. Experts are already slamming the idea. ESPN's Tim McMahon called it flat-out nonsense, warning both sides would regret it. The buyout talk adds even more scandal. For the Lakers to buy him out, they'd have to admit their championship dreams with LeBron are dead and officially move on without him. That's not just a financial move. It's a dagger to the identity of one of the NBA's proudest franchises. And even if Dallas pulls it off, critics say the Mavs could end up top-heavy. 3 stars surrounded by weak depth in a brutal Western Conference. Could that really work? Or would it be another super team disaster waiting to implode? The fear is real. Giving up 3 or 4 rotation players just to gamble on a ring-chasing retirement tour could blow up in Dallas's face. The Western Conference in 2025 is a war zone, arguably the most stacked in NBA history, with multiple teams already playing at championship level. If Dallas makes this move, they can't just stockpile stars, they've got to build chemistry fast or risk total collapse. And time isn't on their side. LeBron is 40. The championship window is closing, and every decision feels like a race against the clock. That kind of pressure can push teams to brilliance or reckless mistakes that wreck the future. Coaching would be another battlefield. Managing 3 megastars, each with their own style, history, and ego, would demand a leader with nerves of steel and tactical genius. One wrong move and the whole project could implode before it even starts. Then there's the kids. Dallas has been pouring resources into developing young talent like Cooper Flagg. But with 3 veterans demanding the spotlight, those prospects could end up sitting in the shadows. Balancing short-term glory with long-term growth could turn into an impossible juggling act. And of course, the injury risk. LeBron's a marvel of conditioning, but he's logged more minutes than nearly anyone in NBA history. At 40, the chance of injury or sudden decline is no longer a what-if. It's a very real possibility. Building an entire franchise strategy around him now carries massive risk. But this story isn't just about Dallas. It's shaking the entire league. Even the rumor of a LeBron Kyrie AD super team has rival front offices scrambling, sketching out counter moves, and preparing for an arms race that could completely shift the balance of power across the NBA. And fans? They're split down the middle. Some are hyped, calling it the ultimate Big 3 revival. Others say it's desperate, a short-sighted gamble that could bury Dallas if it fails. Social media has turned into a non-stop circus of speculation, leaks, and debates, where rumor becomes fact overnight just because it racks up clicks and retweets. The media frenzy has been non-stop too. Every whisper, every cryptic post, every insider hint gets dissected, reposted, and argued about until it feels bigger than the actual games being played. At the center of it all stands one man, Rich Paul. As LeBron's agent, and one of the most powerful figures in all of pro sports, his influence is unmatched. He's not just working contracts, he's shaping futures. His relationships with front offices, his mastery of the NBA's financial maze, and his insider knowledge of LeBron's true priorities make him the kingmaker in this saga. If this move happens, you better believe Rich Paul's fingerprints will be all over it. The toughest test wouldn't even happen on the court. It would be in the locker room. 3 alpha superstars, each used to being the #1 option, all under one roof. That's a daily battle of egos that would push any coaching staff to the limit. Managing minutes, touches, and expectations without sparking chaos would demand next-level leadership and constant damage control. And this isn't just an NBA story, it's global. LeBron's worldwide brand, paired with Kyrie's following and Anthony Davis's star power, would send shockwaves through basketball culture across continents. Add the NBA's international reach, and the marketing machine would go into overdrive. Brand deals, sponsorships, and storylines exploding like never before. But let's not forget the clock is ticking. LeBron has already said he's evaluating his career year by year, and at 40, this could be the last shot at chasing another ring with a powerhouse squad. That urgency cranks the stakes sky high. Every move, every decision, every game could be his final push for glory. And the fans, they wouldn't settle for anything less than a title. The moment this trio takes the floor, expectations would be championship or bust. That kind of pressure can either create legends or crush even the best under its weight. So here's the ultimate question. Will the money, the egos, and the obstacles stop this dream from ever happening? Or will LeBron, Kyrie, and AD find a way to make history one more time? One thing's for sure, the basketball world won't stop watching, and every twist in this saga is going to set the internet on fire. What do you think? Could this be the single biggest turning point in NBA history? Drop your thoughts in the comments, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.